coming to you from my studio on the first of what I hope will be a series of studio story times. Each week I'll read a book, talk about the making of it a little bit, and then do some drawings for you. It's just a simple little way to pass some time while we're all here at home and enjoy some books and some art in the meantime. So join me, won't you? It's Scott's Studio Storytime. This week we're going to read this book, The Boy Who Cried Bigfoot, by some guy named Scott Magoon. I don't know if you're familiar with him. It's a story about this boy, Ben, who has a little trouble with telling the truth. It's a story very loosely based on The Boy Who Cried Wolf, and I think you'll like it. Here goes. It's The Boy Who Cried Bigfoot by Scott Magoon. This is the story of my friend Ben and how we first met. This is Ben. Ding ding goes his bike. And guys, I want you to keep an eye on that little doggy and see what his reaction is as he goes through the story with Ben. I think you'll find that funny. Ben liked to tell stories. Look everyone, it's Bigfoot. And the doggy's like, what, where? He liked to tell stories. Wah, 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 says the little baby sister. Well, I don't see him, says the other sister of Ben's. He liked to tell stories a lot. Bigfoot! Do we see Bigfoot anywhere? I don't. Neither does the little dog. All that practice made him a pretty good storyteller. And he looked like this and he sounded like this. He even used props. What a tenacious little fellow he was. And you can see by props, it means the little foot stamper tool that he's made to make fake Bigfoot tracks. See that? And look at his little doggy. He just can't take it. I can't believe it. I can't believe Ben's not telling the truth in any way. People came from all over town to see Bigfoot. They waited and they waited, but the creature never appeared. He walked right through here, see? And of course we know he didn't, because Ben made those footsteps, right? Yeah. After many hours with no sightings, everyone suspected that Ben had made it all up. Bigfoot isn't real. He is real. His feet were this big. He was right here. I saw him. And look at the doggy in the lower right. He seems to be saying, just can't take it. Here, Ben's probably feeling a little frustrated, right? Because no one's believing him. And the doggy's probably feeling a little frustrated too, because Ben's not telling the truth. Let's see what happens next. Crick! Oh my goodness, what's happening? I don't remember ever crossing paths with you, Littlefoot, I said. Interesting, I said. So who's been telling the story this whole time? Yeah, that's right, Bigfoot has. It's Bigfoot's story. Isn't that funny? Let's see what happens next. I don't normally talk to a Littlefoot, but there was something about this Ben I liked. He was a determined fellow. I also liked his bike. I asked, mind if I take it for a ride? Bigfoot? Says Ben. Bigfoot, Bigfoot, it's stealing my bike! Coming with? Bigfoot says to the little puppy. And my dog! Says Ben. Alas, no one believed Ben anymore. No one came running. It seemed Ben found being alone to be a little scary. Ding, ding. And of course, that's Ben's bike in the woods that Bigfoot and his little puppy are enjoying, riding around on. Fortunately for Ben, he wasn't alone for long. Ben, where are you? Come home, it's time for dinner. And it was time for me to go home, too. He puts the little doggy down. I'm sorry I created such a ruckus, Ben said. But I really did see him, Mom. Oh, Ben, she said. Let's go home. Do you think that his mom and dad believe him yet? I don't think so. I think he has a ways to go before people believe him again. Let's see what happens now. Oh, wait, look. Little sister is seeing Bigfoot there in the woods. So she's seen him. Let's see what happens next. Ben and his family went home and had a hot meal. I don't know what a hot meal is, but I do know that Ben learned the importance of always telling the truth. And he wanted everyone to know that he really had seen me. So look, here the puppy sees Bigfoot again. But Ben doesn't. So the next morning, Ben set out to prove that he had seen Bigfoot. What a tenacious fellow he is. And of course, tenacious means never giving up, right? Always going for it. And look, little sister's following Ben into the woods. She's going to help Ben find the truth about Bigfoot with his camera. The end. And there you have it. The Boy Who Cried Bigfoot. I hope you liked it. Lots of great characters in that story, right? But the coolest character has to be, of course, Bigfoot. I'd love to show you how to draw him, at least his face. Do you want to check it out? All right, here we go. I got some paper here. I got a marker. That's all I need. Let's see if we can't draw a little Bigfoot for you. I'm going to hold this up to the camera. Hopefully my cameraman, my son Danny, will be able to capture this magic. What do you think, Danny? You're going to get that in the shot?
Of course.
Okay. Let's start right here in the center of your paper. And to do this at home, you just need a big piece of paper and a pencil. That would work fine. So we're going to start with 2 big circles for his eyes, like this and this, right? You can do that. Then we've got a big circle for his nose, kind of an oval, really, right below those other 2 circles. Okay? We can add, let's have him looking at me. Or at home, you can have him look anywhere you want, depending on where you put his eyes, okay? Then we're going to draw a nice big circle, half circle for his smile, right? We're going to draw 2 letter U's down here for his teeth. There's 1 letter U, there's another letter U, okay? Next, let's see, we can draw his beard. He has a big fluffy beard that kind of comes down like this, right? Like a jagged line, right? You could just draw a straight line if you want, but just come down like a lightning bolt almost, and then connect at the bottom like that, okay? Pretty good. How's it looking so far? How's yours looking so far? Good? I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. All right, how about some eyebrows? Some big, hairy eyebrows, just scribbles up there above the eyes. They can be as close or as far away from the eyes as you want. Not a big deal. Then we're going to draw some big ears like this, which is a backwards letter C, or a D without the little closing thing, capital D. Here we're going to do a letter C for reals. See that? Good. Huge C rather. And you can do little other smaller C's inside if you want to do that. Let's see, are we done yet? I think he needs more hair, and he needs a head. He needs the top of his head, right? All right, let's do that. Let's add his nice little feathered haircut here like this. 2 lines that come out like that, okay? And then we're going to go to the top of our paper, and we're going to come down like this, like that, okay? This, like that. I love his 70s or early 80s era haircut. Mom and Dad will know what I mean when I mention that. But it's looking all right, right? Let's add some more hair like this. All right, now we need some shoulders, right? So for that, you can just add some squiggly lines like this. How's it looking? How's yours looking? Good? I'm sure it's looking great. I'm sure it's looking great. Probably better than mine at this point. Given my little drawing at an angle. All right, let's add some more squiggles in here for hair, just to give it a little more wild look, because he lives in the woods, right? Now we can add some hair down here like this. Those are just W's. See the W's I'm doing here like this? Or upside down M's. W's everywhere like that. Pretty cool. If you want, you can color in just the bottom of his nose. That way it makes it look like it's reflecting some light back up like that. See that? Very easy to do that. And I don't know, what do you think, Danny? Is that pretty good? My cameraman, Dan?
Yeah, I think it's pretty nice.
All right, thanks, Dan. And of course, you have to sign it at the bottom. I would put SM for Scott Magoon down there, but you can put whatever you want. If you want, you can add a tree or 2 back here, just some triangles will do it, like pine trees, right, like that. All right. All right, there we go, there we have it. There's our Bigfoot. I hope yours came out as good as this did. I'm sure it came out better. And there you go. There's our Bigfoot. How to draw Bigfoot. All right. Well, thanks everybody. That's all the time we have today. If you would like any questions answered, Send an email to the address on your screen right now. You can find all of my Scott Studio story times and much more about my books on my website at scottmagoon.com. I'll see you next time from Scott Studio Storytime. Stay safe, healthy, wash those hands. I'm going to wash my hands right now because I have marker all over them. So long for now. Take care, everybody.